Hey folks, Wish SE up here in New Hampshire. Today we're shooting the Glock 20 10mm pistol. This gun belongs to my good friend and gunsmith Brad at BG Gunworks. Brad has done a beautiful job with a grip reduction and stippling, as well as put some other kind of cool custom features on the gun. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot it a little bit. We're using some factory ammo, so we're not using super jacked up ammo, but again 10mm has quite a bit of jump to it. So we're going to shoot at some short distances, 5 yards. We've got a target out there, then we'll work on some steel, and then what I'm going to do is compare it to a 45. So many people think the 45 has a big, felt recoil. In actuality, the 45 is a very gentle, in my mind, a gentle round to shoot, especially compared to the 10mm here. All right, let's get to shooting right now. So from my perspective, it's not uncontrollable, but there's definitely more snap than you get with, a 9, a 45, or 40. So as long as I'm doing my job in terms of working the trigger, it's fine out there. Again, we're 7 yards away, not a great distance. We're shooting some factory Remington 180 grain jacketed bullets, and again, these are snappy, there's no doubt about it, but they are, what I notice is I've got to really drive the front sight back down as the recoil is driving the gun up, versus a 45 versus a 9mm. Okay. We're going to transition now. We've got some steel out there at distance, and we're going to shoot on that a little bit, see how we do. Okay, folks, so 15 yards downrange, we have our 6-inch plates. Come on. There we go. So as long as I'm doing my part, we're getting hits. Granted, I was going slowly. This trigger's not one that I know. The gun's not one that I know. But from an accuracy standpoint, it's fine. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just try to do some presentations and get quick hits. So I'm going to try to shoot the gun fast, but keep them within a reasonable area that is, from a defensive standpoint, upper chest. So the gun has a stock trigger, and I'm wearing gloves, so I'm not running the gun as quick as I could. We've got upper mass, center mass shots here. We'll show those to you in a minute. The bottom line is, for me, I'm really having to work to drive the gun back on target. Subjective feeling, but to me, the 10mm, unless it's really mission specific, is more than I feel I would need. Now, if I were hunting bears, or if I were, bow hunting, let's say bears or large animals, and you come upon a bear comes upon you, this is the kind of tool I'd want. But other than that, from a defensive standpoint, it's so snappy and it requires so much effort for me to get the gun back on target. I would opt for another caliber. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do that same fast fire string with the Glock 21, so 45 caliber. Give you guys a chance to see that. And for me, this is much easier to get the gun onto target and shoot versus, you know, the 10, just because the sight is coming back down and it's more of a push than a snap in terms of felt recoil. And now our final comparison, we're going to use my old buddy, the Smith & Wesson 9mm. Just so much easier, again, you know, felt recoil, management and everything else. So for me, you know, for what I need when I'm doing, this gun works. Well guys, that's a look at the Glock 20, in this case a beautiful Glock 20 by my friend and gunsmith, Brad Gaudette, BG Gunworks. And I want to thank him as well as thank all of you for watching. Finally, and as always, stay safe.